Well, history repeating itself as a local health district is tracking not one but two COVID-19 super spreader events, leading to hundreds of new cases and causing multiple to die from COVID complications. Tonight, health officials pleading with the community to not gather and worsen that situation. Right now, the Tri-County Health District is tracking two super spreader events that happened back to back. Two events not the only time Eastern Washington has fallen into the deadly implications of large gatherings. In November, a 300-person wedding in Ritzville causing a multi-county outbreak. The wedding linked to at least 36 deaths in 3 separate assisted living facilities. Now, a woman who was at one of the Tri-County super spreader events is taking to social media to tell people about her experience with contracting the virus. Christian Saez is in the newsroom with her story. Christian?
Yes, Corey. Well, after that wedding in Ritzville that happened where there was an outbreak of COVID-19 cases, it seemed like Washington State started seeing less of those major outbreaks popping up across the state. But now, following an outbreak just last month in Republic, Washington, the DJ who was actually performing at the event where the outbreak began took to Facebook to share her story with the virus.
3 weeks ago, I thought I was going to die.
For Natalie Medina, the dangers of COVID-19 had always felt inflated, especially given the low number of cases in her hometown of Republic, Washington. But after being one of the 116 people who contracted COVID-19 during an outbreak in her town, she says her thoughts on the virus have changed.
I went like a whole week with my heart rate at 49. I thought I was going to die legit, guys, and it was scary.
Natalie works as a DJ and performed last month at an event in Republic where the outbreak occurred. And while she says the event was not in protests of masks or social distancing, the low number of cases in Ferry County gave a false sense of safety, one she says she wished she had taken more seriously.
I've done a lot of thinking and a lot of changing my mind since I got COVID. I used to say I have rights. I can go without wearing a mask, not because I wanted people to die, just because there was no COVID around here for so long that it seemed ridiculous. It's not about politics, guys. It's legit. Like, our neighbors and our family and our friends are getting super sick, and some of them are dying.
So far, 2 people have passed away from the outbreak in Republic, with many more in critical condition currently in the hospital. But the outbreak in Republic isn't the only one popping up recently in the state of Washington. Health officials are concerned right now about a potential second outbreak stemming from a golf event in Colville. Tri-County Health Administrator Matt Shands is leading the effort right now to get the word out to anyone who may have been infected from that event.
You know, our goal in public health is to make sure that we limit any further spread, and so that's our main objective of just reaching out to the community and let them know.
But now, as health officials work to stop the spread of the virus after the outbreaks, Natalie said that COVID-19 is something we need to be protecting ourselves from beforehand.
There's like legit 3 things, and one of them is getting your COVID vaccine. And if that's not for you, that's okay. Like, I get that. But if you're not going to get your vaccine, please social distance and please wear your mask.
And I spoke with Matt Shands today about that potential outbreak from the golf event in Colville, and he said that as of Saturday, there has been just 1 extra reported case from that event. But he was saying that for him, he hopes that the quick response from the health administration there will help limit the amount of exposure this outbreak contains moving forward. Right now, reporting from the newsroom, Christian Saez. Corey, back to you.
Christian, thank you. In-depth coverage. Now, new information from the University of Washington. Health metrics are showing at our current rate, cases should flatline this summer. The green line here showing cases almost flatlining in July, but it is still possible it could worsen. But if cases do worsen, as you see in the orange there, the daily number would spike this month and continue through September. The University of Washington study also showing COVID-19 deaths may be double than what is reported. The researchers compared actual number of deaths caused during the pandemic with the number of anticipated deaths from all cases based on pre-pandemic trends. Based on that, they estimate that nearly 6.9 million people around the world had died from COVID-19. That is more than double the over 3.2 million deaths reported by the World Health Organization. And in the United States, the analysis estimates that 905,000 people died from COVID-19 since the start of the pandemic. But according to the CDC, more than 576,000 deaths have been recorded as of Thursday evening. The scientists say the increased death toll may be a result of insufficient testing. As we work to contain the coronavirus with vaccinations, the number of people with the shot continues to rise. In Washington, 41% of the population is fully vaccinated, with 56% having at least one shot. Across state lines in Idaho, the number is still behind Washington, with just 44% of the population with one shot and 37% fully vaccinated. In an effort to reach more people, Idaho is beginning to operate mobile and off-site clinics, the state releasing funding, about $9 million of it at the end of April, for enrolled vaccine providers to set up mobile clinics. And if you're at home looking to make an appointment in Idaho, you can head to covidvaccine.idaho.gov. In Washington, you can head to vaccinelocator.doh.wa.gov or call the statewide COVID-19 hotline listed there on your screen.